exactly where she wants to meet. The last cigarette, broken phone. The rain's gonna be really soon. Don't know where to start or when to end. I'm afraid that I might fall again. I saw someone coming towards me. That someone's gonna set me free. There she was, there she was, there she was. There she was, there she was, there she was. I hold on to this moment, I know it is late, but I have just realized you feel the same way. And you have been waiting for me all along, when my heart was made of stone. When my heart was made of stone. There she was, there she was, there she was. There she was, there she was, there she was. I hold on to this moment, I know it is late, but I have just realized you feel the same way. And you have been waiting for me all along, when my heart was made of stone. When my heart was made of stone.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to one of my videos. Today we're going to just kind of do a vlog in a sense where I just share with you my day. To be honest, I wanted to do a video more focused on reality instead of sit down conversation because I've been struggling with depression, and I think being a cancer survivor, it's hard to admit that you are depressed when you're on the other side. I've started to feel kind of anxious about admitting that I'm not happy. Of course I'm happy I beat cancer, and of course I am thrilled to be on the other side of the battle, but that doesn't stop the bad things that happened from being there. That doesn't stop you from thinking about the losses that had occurred. There's always a good side and a bad side to every event in life, and I have to remind myself that the reality is I'm going to have days, weeks, or even sometimes months where I can't help but focus on a lot of that bad. I'm still digesting a lot of the medical trauma that happened, let alone learning who this new body is, who this new Erica is. I want other young women to know that the changes that are going to happen to you are going to be okay. That it's okay to be shocked, and it's okay to feel disconnected from yourself. You're going to change inevitably. You're going to have to establish a new relationship with yourself. And that's kind of what I've been focusing on. I've been trying to spend time in my mind. I know that sounds weird, but just spend time listening to myself and figuring out what I need, because my needs aren't the same. I need more downtime. I need to still be slow, even though I'm not in treatment. I'm not fully functioning the same way, and I may never get there. I have to learn to be kind and to appreciate the smallest of steps. So, on my journey of trying to understand who I've become and who I want to be after this big change, kind of happens every day. So it's important for me to share with you some of my everyday. I do have a cancer update. I think the last time we spoke, I was going to go in for my scans. We also touched a little bit on fertility and how that's changed and kind of what I've been experiencing, so I'll talk about that too. But first, before I get into the updates, I'm going to go open my chickens, I'm going to unload my dishwasher, and I'm going to spruce up the living room, because if I don't get some productive things checked off my list, I will get consumed with sitting here all day, stuck on my laptop or my phone, and by the time that I need to leave the house to go run errands, I will look back on my day and feel super unproductive. That's one of the lingering side effects that I didn't know I would experience, and it's just being so unmotivated. I have very little motivation to get up most days. I love waking up in the morning and drinking coffee with my fiance and hanging out with him, and then he goes to work. And then I find myself sitting, drinking cup after cup of coffee in the morning until it's time to start dinner, and I haven't done anything else. And I think that is contributing a lot to my depression. I feel like I'm not making use of my time. I'm not getting anything done. I just can't stay focused. So being unmotivated and having lack of focus, I'm so cloudy, has really made my depression so much worse. So if I'm trying this new thing where I'm holding myself accountable at reasonable hours to get certain activities throughout the house done, like some cleaning activities, opening and feeding the chickens, and letting the dogs out. I have one big dog that I let out that runs around our yard, and our other two small dogs stay inside the decking and the fencing and stuff like that. So getting their day moving as well. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, so we are just going to do a small little cancer update. Earlier I said that I am cancer-free. I am still cancer-free. It's been 9 months. I had my scans, and when the oncologist called, he told me that, you know, the cancer is gone, it hasn't progressed, nothing's lighting up that is concerning, but I still have activity in my chest. I'm concerned about it, but he is not concerned about it. He says that it's my thymus, and my thymus was a troubled area when I was doing treatment. ABVD got rid of all of the activity of cancer in my body besides my thymus. It took me doing BVD and me doing beam to fully get rid of all activity in my chest, and I still have a little bit lighting up, but he said that it's so small that it's most likely, like, they are super sure that it's going to be just scar tissue, and that area of my body is still healing. Of course, we're going to monitor and still do blood work, and I will get a scan, I believe, in 6 months from now. So from every 3 months to 6 months now, so that's progress. What else is there? Oh, because my scans look so good, we are going to we have already scheduled a date for surgery to get my port taken out, because I don't need it anymore. I'm not doing any kind of treatment or anything. I have a few things that I need to figure out when it comes to my health insurance. I need to figure out my health insurance, but I'm supposed to have my surgery on November 13th. They will remove my port, and if everything goes well health insurance wise, I can keep that appointment. If not, it's not the end of the world. I can push the appointment out. I just need to get approved for a different tier of health insurance, so I don't have to pay for the surgery myself, and that I have coverage. Now that I'm no longer working, I don't have any private insurance, so I have to figure that out. That's stressful. Oh, another thing is I have a little booklet here that has, like, talking points I wanted to bring up. And the last time we spoke, it was about fertility, I do believe, and I told you guys kind of my history, how my periods and my cycle and hormones were when I was doing ABVD, BVV, and then my stem cell transplant and all of that stuff. And I talked about how I didn't have a period all of a sudden, even though my period had returned after transplant. And I am happy to report that, well, I have a couple of happy things, but one, I'm on my period right now. Yay! Two, I had that spotting, I think it was, was it last month? I think, okay, so I had some really light spotting, and I mean like half a day worth of spotting, and then nothing. And when I was talking to my oncologist and asking him, you know, can we do some kind of hormone panel? I want to see where my levels are at, just so we have a starting point. I know that I'm super early out of treatment. I'm only 9 months. Oh, I lied. My stem cell transplant in February, so I'm like 7 months. And so I asked him if we could do a hormone panel, and he agreed yes. I have to go in today and actually do blood work, like my normal blood work, and then after I get all my insurance figured out, I will go back and we'll start the hormone panel, and they'll just take some blood and test my hormones through my blood and make sure that things are starting to level out. I am super happy. This may be a little TMI for the guys that are watching, but this period, this month, started 2 days ago, and it's still going, and it's not as heavy as I was before, but it is certainly much more of a period than I had the month prior. It's more similar to the periods I was having previously before I missed a month. I hope my body is still just leveling itself out, and I am going to start to get into a rhythm and a cycle again with my hormones. I have been extremely irritable and emotional. I normally have some kind of PMS issues a couple of days, maybe even a week leading up to my period. But once I start my period, I'm okay and I'm kind of back to normal and feeling like myself. But it's been like 6 or 7 weeks of me feeling like I just wasn't myself. I would have a hard time concentrating. I've had a hard time staying motivated. I've had a hard time wanting to clean, to cook, to even hang out with my fiance at all. He would come home and I'd be like, love you, I missed you today, but whatever, and then he'd go play video games and I simply was not bothered. I typically like a little bit more attention than that. I typically want to clean the house. I typically am motivated to draw, to be outside, to hang out with the dogs, but it simply was not there. And I truly believe a lot of my depression has to do with my hormones. I want to avoid medication. As you could imagine, I've been medicated a lot lately, and the last 2 years has been full of medication. So I'm just gonna let my body heal naturally and figure itself out. Alright, well that was it for my update. I'm gonna go and tackle some more chores around the house now that I feel a little bit motivated, and I'll talk to you guys later.